Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio, this first competitive match of the 2018-19 season. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel, as the one and only Ibrox Loyal. Evening, Ibrox.
Oh, evening, mate. How's it going?
I believe you've got the team for us, mate.
I do, mate. It's McGregor in goals, in nets, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic, Flanagan, McCrory, Arfield, Candeas, Murphy, Windass and Morelos. On the bench, Alnwick, John, Middleton, Halliday, Docherty, Ezra and Jack. So it's basically, I think, the same starting 11 as the Bury game.
Yep, exact same starting 11. There's one item of concern for me. If centre-backs, when you see the bench, mate, it shows that we do need a centre-back, yeah?
Oh, definitely, mate. And I'm sure our manager's got that under control, and it'll probably, hopefully, resolve itself in the coming weeks. But again, mate, it was a strong start 11, mate. Probably strongest that we could go with at this moment in time, bar a few here or there. But the only thing it's worrying me a wee bit, I know with Morales obviously up top his cell, with Windass kind of covering. If one of them goes off, we don't have a striker to bring on. That's the thing. We've got Middleton, but the way Middleton looks to me, he's more a winger or an inside forward rather than a striker.
Again, I think we've got the boy on loan. Obviously, just a bit soon for them, but so we've got the mid cover in the midfield plus another forward into the mix. So after the Knights game, they start appearing. So they're there, but it's just a bit early for them, mate. But I get your point. If somebody was to get hurt or having a bad game, you're limited options up front as well, Ibrox.
I know, without a shadow of a doubt, mate, which is why I think me and you were in kind of the same boat earlier in the week. I says I think we're at least one centre half short and maybe one or two strikers still short. But as you says, after this match, then at least it gives me enough, just under a week, to get the work permits for the other two new players that we got. So
I suppose with the centre back issue, mate, I suppose just looking at the team and what I know, that if something was to happen, Declan John would go on and Flanagan would go on and cover, yeah?
Correct, mate, yeah.
I would see that happening. Obviously, Middleton gives you cover for a few positions, and then we'll get four midfielders on the bench, I think. Halliday, Docherty, Ajira and Jack.
Yeah. Well, as I say, mate, I think the guy Ajira as well can cover both flanks as well as a midfield berth, you know what I mean? So, but it isn't an actual out-and-out striker on the bench, so...
But we're work in progress, mate, just like else. If people want to join us, what's the number, Ibrox?
It's 0141 356 1972.
You can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you've been brought in the call by Old School Blue, because Old Fox is at the game. Fair play to Old Fox, eh?
Aye, fair play to him, mate, yeah.
I tell you what, he gets his money's worth out that free ticket on the bus, mate. Oh. Yeah. He made us take a bus between two pubs with 40 yards apart because he got it for nothing.
Oh, did he? Oh, well.
I never told you that.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It was between me and you, mate.
Aye, 40 yards. The time he got on the bus, I was in the pub. Maybe he was smarter than me. Maybe it's so I would get in the bar first, but that's another story. Anyway, we move on. So, you predicted a 3-0 win last night. Who's getting the goals for you?
For me, mate, but looking at it right now, I think Arfield maybe get one. I see El Buffalo getting one, and then I see it being three different goal scorers, mate. I think it may be for me anyway, 2-0 at half time with Arfield and El Buffalo scoring in the first half, and it's one out of any other that scores the third goal in the second half, mate, which for me kind of should seal it for us going across there in Macedonia next Tuesday night, or next Tuesday afternoon, I believe the kick-off is your times.
Aye. So the Ibrox will be in party mode today, being a bank holiday over by, and a lot of people, special day for our community, 12th of July.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember maybe the last time we ever played the 12th of July. I'll check that out, Ibrox.
I don't remember it myself, mate. I think you mentioned a few days ago that they maybe played in like I think it was like the 16th was the closest we'd ever played here.
Only once we've ever played on the 12th of July, mate.
All right.
And it was, I think Bridge might have been in the game, 1941, mate. Summer Cup final against Hibs. And the score was the same result as the Scottish Cup final against Hibs.
Right.
So, we have played before, but not a lot. So Ibrox will be in party mode, and I think the place, if it had been, didn't matter when it was, capacity house, big support, new manager, new players. We're in a good place at the moment.
No, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. I seen some of the pictures getting beamed back as well, mate, and there was some crowd outside the main entrance, so
that's good, isn't it? That's good.
I definitely. I mean, I would say there was a good couple of hundred out there, and that was about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago when the players and that started arriving. So to have a couple of hundred out of that, just out of that wee bit, mate, there was thousands running about the stadium, but it's good to see, mate, that we've got hundreds of fans there welcoming the team off the bus as well, and get into the main door. So absolutely delighted, mate, and I'm sure I'll only get packed, mate, because as a Sky Sports come out and says it is a sellout, absolute sellout, 50,000, mate. So absolutely class, but expected, mate.
I think it's actually a wee bit more than that, isn't it? It's actually a wee bit more than that. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to see when the last time we played Ibrox, I will go through. I think it must have been either 78 or 77 season, mate, because obviously the capacity fell as it was constructed. Then it went to about 44,000 for a long number of years before the club deck was put in, mate.
Yeah.
So interesting to see. The biggest crowd in a long, long time at Ibrox Stadium, and all Rangers supporters, mate.
Again, mate, but as I think Rudy says the other night, he says the season's not even started yet and we're already breaking records, mate. You know what I mean? Because it is going to be one of the biggest crowds at any Europa League match has probably ever seen. The biggest majority, especially at this early stage of the season.
Aye, but so people want to join us. It'd be great to hear their views on the night's game. What's the number?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you've brought in the call the all school board. So how do you see his back four? Pretty. That's the way it looks, mate. Then you've got the three in the middle that they played. It was a three: Candias, Arfield, and McCrory.
Yeah. And
then in front of them we had Murphy, Windass, and Morelos. Now sometimes Murphy was coming back, and it was more like a four in midfield. I don't know what you thought on Friday night, because he was playing next to Arfield and in front of Flanagan. So I think the shape could quite easily go 4-4-2, mate, or 4-4-1-1.
I says that last week, mate, that I kind of seen that, especially the couple of opening games of the season. But I know you were saying that you didn't think, well, I thought I says it as well the other night, that Candias didn't play too well in the three in the midfield role. It's no his best area of the park to be in, mate. We know that he is an out-and-out winger, mate, who likes to get right up and down the right-hand side of the park. But for him to come in and sit in a midfield three berth, it doesn't suit his game. I think you say something similar yourself, mate.
Well, I'm gone on Friday evening, mate. Only my opinion. I didn't think Candias was great. I didn't think that Morelos was great, and I didn't think that Windass was great.
Yeah, no, I agree with you that, mate. Yeah,
you know, they weren't bad, mate, but they weren't They didn't influence the game much as I would like.
Yeah.
But maybe they're the sensible ones, mate. Keep their energy for when it counts.
Well, that's that, mate. That's, as we say, pre-season friendly. It was a step up for what we played against TNS, mate. Nobody wants to pick up a serious injury in a pre-season match, mate. They did what they had to do to see the match out eventually. We've got a very smart and intelligent manager now in the touchline, and Mr. Gerrard, and he'll know what to do to them and how far he can press them in a pre-season match. But he says he's looking for no shrinking violets tonight, mate. He wants to go out there. He says we're not the sort of team who can cool their heels at certain parts of the game. He wants us to go at them from minute one, mate. So, as I say, mate, I don't need to tell you anything about Steven Gerrard, mate. Very intelligent man that he is.
To me or Steven Gerrard?
Well, both, mate, both.
I would say you're 50% right. and the one that you rang about's me, mate.
Oh, well.
What a shout by Dougie the Bear. Dougie the Bear, hats off to you. Was at the game. Remember it well.
Was that 1941?
No, 1994, mate.
Oh, 1994. So sorry, Dougie.
Rangers and Celtic game where the Celtic fans were banned.
No, aye.
Dougie, I don't know if the corners were in then. I'd need to think back when the corners were put in. Yeah, but that'll be interesting. I'll look that up, Dougie. I'll look that up. Maybe for after the show. But a good shout, Dougie. Worth a check out anyway. So, once again, Ibrox, people need to join us and give their opinions, or it's no a call-in show. It's just me and you talking rubbish.
Yeah.
What's the number?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you'll be brought into the call, but old school blue. It'd be great to hear from all the boys, Shadow, come down, bear what they're thinking of the team tonight. Would they have changed it, or is it just a slow burner for us as the squad develops and people find their place in the team? What's your thinking, mate?
I'm thinking, mate, that it's going to, this will tell us, it'll give us an idea of where we're going to go in the opening games of the season, mate. Obviously, there'll be changes here or there throughout the next couple of games, I believe. But I think, was it Bridgman? I think it might have been Bridgman that called it about a week or so ago when he says that Declan John or DJ will find it very hard to get his position back because of the boy Flanagan, mate. I know Bridgman was really impressed with him. I was impressed with him as well on Friday night. Again, for what it was in that early pre-seasons match, he looked to be, again, very intelligent and an actual fullback who can defend, as well as got a nice pass on him as well. So, kind of got to agree with Bridgman on that now. I know DJ had a bit of an injury at the end of last season, and obviously he's coming back in the fitness side of things now. But he could find it very hard to get that position back now that we've got cover there for himself and Tavernier on the other side, because Flanagan can cover both sides. So,
aye, well, it'll be interesting to see. I think there will be people leave the club, mate, that we didn't see coming. Mm-hmm. As Fox says, you just tweak the quality, and there's always casualties, mate.
No, definitely.
Somebody just didn't quite cut it, and if that's Declan John and our team improves and Declan has to move on, well, it's just the way it is. You don't stand still, mate, as a club or a team, yeah.
No, I can see that, mate, but I can't see that being a possibility that DJ would be going to do, mate, because I think, was it no just the back end of last season that they gave him that extra year's extension? But again, we've seen it happen. Somebody get an extension.
Different manager, and
maybe move on. Yeah.
Manager.
If he doesn't fancy him, of course, mate. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. But look, if the boy comes in and he's got the jersey and he plays well, he keeps the jersey, yeah.
Yep, definitely, mate. And I think Bridgman got it spot on with that one, mate. I didn't see it coming myself, but I thought it might have took him a while to get into the team. But he's obviously proved it to the manager. The manager knows him well, and if he's got the capabilities and the skills and everything else that Mr. Gerrard's looking for that role, then mere play to him. So,
all right, I'll give you a clue. We'll just be a man who's just finished his trifle, got his cheese and biscuits and port in front of him. Who do you think it is?
Oh, it's got to be a hard one. Could it be the one and only Rudy Bear?
Evening, Rudy. No, it's no. He's not with us.
Hello.
Oh, there
How
he's
we
there.
doing, mate?
Hey guys, how you doing? Looking forward to the game.
Mate, a wee bit of trepidation as well, if that makes sense.
Aye.
I think that's maybe because of last year, mate.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same myself this afternoon. I don't know much about this team, Davey, kind of tried to find out as much as I can. I heard a wee bit by Tom Commentator last night on the Rock Spot. He was talking about them, he pointed out some stuff about them. So a bit of an unknown quantity, really, I think. Unless you've got to be careful with these teams, Surely we should have enough there, though, to take care of them,
I really hope so, mate.
But I get your point, Ox, though.
I think only because of last year, mate. Normally you wouldn't be worried, but it was a fruit. Hopefully, it's just a fluke. We can move on for it. Listen, I don't know if you know the team, Rudy. Do you know it?
I did. I heard it. Yeah, caught it.
What's the team, Ibrox, for them which came in late?
Yep, it's McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic and Flanagan, McCrory, Arfield, Candias, Murphy, Windass and Morelos up front, with a substitute bench of Alnwick, John, Middleton, Halliday, Docherty, Ejira and Jack. And I hope I'm saying that boy's name right.
Ejira? That'll do us, mate. That'll do us. Anyway, the man that picks the team, it'd be great to hear his thoughts. So if you don't mind your on mute, we'll hear from our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
From a playing point of view, I've had some incredible nights in European, but they've all gone now. It's about looking for the future. And
does it feel different when it's a European night?
Yeah, it did for me at Liverpool. The atmosphere always seemed different. Obviously, night games, I think the atmosphere is always fantastic anyway. And we've sold the stadium out, and I don't think they're bringing any away support, or very few. So it just goes to show how excited the fans are to come and watch the team. We have to turn up and put in a performance for them. That's the deal. We can't keep expecting the fans to come and support us in these numbers and not give them something to shout about and something to be excited about. So it's my job to make sure they're ready from the final whistle to really come out the blocks quick and strong, and that'll be the plan.
This is the first competitive one, so do you feel any nerves ahead of it? No,
I'm not nervous at all. This is the game that I've had my eye on. Although I knew Berry was going to come before it, I always knew I was going to be playing a lot of players, and players weren't ready for 90 minutes. So I've always been looking forward to this one more, really. This is the one I've been really excited about, because it's real, because there's something on it, and because I know that I'll have, the first team squad ready. With all due respect, we've had to use 23, 24 players throughout pre-season just to get minutes and get the fitness levels up.
How much have you managed to find out about Scoopy?
Well, we're on it, we're working on it. We've got analysts all over them, all over the recent games, some games from last season. So yeah, we'll be well prepared, and so will the players. They'll know an awful lot about Scoopy in the coming days. But for me, it's about Rangers. We're at home, they're coming to our place. We've spoke about trying to make it a fortress, and this is the first step. So this is very much about our performance. Scoopy are in the way of it, but we're quite confident that if we hit the levels we're capable of, we'll be fine.
We just spoke to James Tavernier, who said that the team really want a commanding performance. You don't just want to go to the away leg having just got a 1-0 win as such.
No, well, I don't think we need to put any kind of scoreline on it. It's about the performance and how aggressive we can be. If we're aggressive and we get after them in the right areas and we try and suffocate them all over the pitch, the scoreline will take care of itself. We just have to make sure that if it's a scoreline that's favourable, we don't think the job's done. One of the words that was presented to me when I got this job was relentless. This club's about being relentless, and that's one of the messages we've been working on since day one. We forget scorelines, we just go from start to finish.
Based on that, are the group stages a very achievable aim? Do they have to be?
Let's deal with Scoopy first. Let's just deal with that. I think it's one step at a time. I don't think we're good enough yet. I don't think we've done anything. to start putting bold predictions out there or getting too far ahead of ourselves. For me, the priority is Thursday night. I'm not even looking at the second leg, just the first leg first.
He's not going to even take daft questions off the in-house questionnaires through the air.
No, it doesn't sound like I heard his presser. It didn't sound like he was willing to take any messing about off them. No, I have to say, I mean, last season, the season before and stuff like that, even back to Warburton, some of the, idiotic questions we were having to listen to in the pressers was just staffed. They didn't seem to want to sort of push his buttons too much, really. I think maybe they're showing him a bit more respect than they did Pedro or Mark Warburton, even at that. But no, I don't think he'll take any messing about with Stevie. He's a well-respected figure in football, world football at that, so he's not here to be messed about,
Ibrox, do you think Steven Gerrard will be surprised at the enormity of Glasgow Rangers?
I still believe it. I don't care what people think. Rangers are still the most successful team in the world. They're the most famous team in the world. I don't care what anybody else says about that either. But he's been at Liverpool, which is maybe give them the grounding. How you can maybe take a club like ours, but nobody ever knows the enormity of your club until they're actually in the grounds, mate, and the surroundings this side of Glasgow, mate. But he'll pick it up soon enough, mate. As I said before, he's a very intelligent human being, mate. He can pick things up at the click of a hat. As Rudy and yourself says there, he's not going to take any crap for the media outside the club or inside the club. He's worked in the media, so he knows what he needs to be doing. He knows the words that he can use and the words that he can't use. And he'll not take anybody for granted, mate, because he's a sort of man and the intelligence that he's got, that he'll not take any club for granted, no matter what league they play in, or how important the game is, whether it's a pre-season friendly, whether it's a Europa League match, or whether it's a league match or Scottish Cup or League Cup match. He'll give every club the respect that they deserve, because he says the right words. At this moment in time, we can't take any club for granted. We're growing. We want to get back to where we want to be, and I think Mr. Gerrard's the man to get us there. So,
all right, Rudy, remind me, what's your thoughts on the result tonight, mate?
I'll be happy with a 3-0. I'll take a 3-0. Clean sheet and 3 good goals, and that'll do me. I'll be happy with that.
Where's the goals coming for you?
I would like to see Morelos get one. He scored against Bury. I would like to see him tonight score tonight. I think Murphy possibly, and I think even Candace maybe get one. No, he didn't seem too comfortable in the position he played against Bury. Maybe tonight will be more in his natural position. Maybe even Candace. I mean, but then you've got Arfield there as well. So who am I going to go for? Right, wait a minute. Morelos, Murphy, Arfield. That's the 3 goals for you.
I noticed you never mentioned one of your favourites.
Aye. I noticed he's still hanging on in there. I mean, either.
He's one of your all-time favourites, isn't he? My all-time favourite's gone.
Yours is away now, isn't he?
Who's yours? Who's yours again, Rudy?
Wonders.
Oh, Wonders. Well, see, my third goal scorer. My third goal scorer is going to be Big Katic. There you go.
I think Katic will get one, Ibrox.
He's a big giant, mate. He's a big giant. I see him being very potent at free kicks and corners. Well,
that's a good point, Ibrox, because last season we didn't have that kind of height at corner kicks and set pieces and stuff like that. We've got the 2 big boys at the back now. Well over 6 feet, both of them. So you could have a good point there, Ibrox.
The other thing about that, sometimes, Rudy, is they might be there and other people end up getting the goals because they cause chaos,
Aye, they get into the box at corners and set pieces and stuff, and their defence, will be aware of them because of their size and stuff like that. So they're maybe that busy keeping an eye on them, You've got Arfield, Windass, Candace, Murphy all buzzing about, Morelos in there. So as I say, 3-0. I'd take a good 3-0 tonight. A good performance, 3-0 performance. And for me, the tie should be done and dusted at that, as long as we don't lose anything at the back.
Who's got the steam cleaner out?
There's something happening there, isn't there?
Is it Ibrox?
No, I think it's your good friend Bear Down Under, mate. I think he's just trying to get connected.
Yeah. All right. How are we doing, BDU?
Good morning, gentlemen. Long time no speak.
Hi, how you doing, mate? All right?
Not too shabby. But early, just woke up. It's 2:10 in the morning here, so looking forward to getting back into the competitive of the season.
All right, mate. Have you seen the team?
I have, yep. I have.
Thoughts?
I was listening to the show before, and then you happen to look at the team and you look at the bench, and we've obviously got a lot of midfielders in the whole squad. There's not a lot of depth there, especially the back and the front. But in terms of the first 11, I think he's obviously went with the Bury game, and he's putting out as strong as a team as he can. And hopefully we can, as Rudy says, I think we're going to look for a 3-0 victory at least today.
And how are you feeling, Bear Down Under, about the things that's actually happening at the club? The manager, the new signings, the positivity. Are you on the train?
I am trying my best to try and keep a lid on things. I just keep reminding myself, this time last year, we were obviously very excited. Even the Kashina rain, we were all excited. It's hard not to be. But I'm every time I listen to Gerrard and his interviews, he just can't help but feel excited to what's hopefully going to be coming this year. I think a big word that sums up where we are just now is unknown.
Wait a minute, Ibrox.
Yes,
mate. Coming. Get yourself ready. On you go.
All right, big words, no, please.
On you go, Bear Down Under.
As I said, we've got the word is unknown. We've got an unknown. We know Gerrard.
Even Ibrox can manage that one.
I've got to try and keep it simple, you know.
Thanks for that one, Bear Down Under.
But when you look at it, we know Gerrard as a player, as a manager, unknown. His coaching staff, he's maybe a bit unknown. Some of the players he's brought in, to me anyway, unknown. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a failure. But exciting times. I don't know if
Hello. How we doing?
Hello.
GC.
We are the Bully Boys. All right, Oxshire.
How we doing, mate?
All right in the house, brother.
All right, mate. You heard the team?
I have not. I walked into the wee Rangers club here and it's like fucking... sorry for swearing, it's like a song.
Oh, we lost them, mate.
Carry
on, Bear Down Under.
As I was saying, it's we're going to we're putting a lot of trust in Gerrard, and it's hard not to. The guy's comes across even media. I love him in the press conferences. He's just slapping down some of these idiotic journalists. And exciting times, and hopefully just let him do his work.
Here he comes again. CC, how you doing?
Hello. Sorry, but did I swear and get cut off there?
No, you just disappeared.
I thought I was a big man. I thought I was allowed to do that.
Listen, when Ibrox Loyal's on the show, you are the big man.
You know that. All right, Ibrox, how you doing,
mate,
buddy?
how you doing?
No bad, Loyal.
What's your thoughts on the game, CC? How do you see it going?
I'm thinking about 7, 8 or 9, nothing.
All right, who for?
Well, I was... well, you know it's for the Loyal.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, I think we'll I don't know why I say pump, but we'll beat them.
Listen, I've got a question to ask you. It's personal. You don't need to answer if you don't have to. Did you dog school this afternoon by the sound there?
I did not. I got a half day.
Listen,
I because I got away. And she said to me, where are you going?
You enjoy the game. We've got another caller coming in. She said to me,
where are you going? I said, I've got to see the Rangers so she could take all day off, son. Because I'm loyal enough through.
I'm surprised that the headmistress of Sir Bernadette said that. Anyway,
you know better. You're a monster.
CC, we'll speak to you later, brah. All right. Oh, we lost that other caller.
No, he's still there, mate, I think.
How we doing?
Evening, guys. How you doing? All right?
All right, mate. What's on your mind?
It's Dave King's line.
Aye, Dave. How we doing, mate?
All right, lads. Sorry, I've not been on a bit.
I'm still not talking to you with the text you sent me.
What was that one again? Many of the few.
Some of the beach and drinks and...
That's it, just chilling and relaxing. It was just a quick call, lads, just to say good luck this evening to the lads. Looking forward to it, buzzing, excited, and just wanted to come on just to say best of luck for everybody involved tonight, and I hope it's a good one, a good result. I think we will. I think we'll win about 3 or 4 now. I think we'll be comfortable going into the second leg, but no, it was just to say good luck and on the glorious 12th as well.
Aye, it's a special day, and mate, wait, are you happy with the way things have gone at the club?
Aye, I'm happy. I think the only thing I'll call it the noon, I know that two of the boys, the new boys, aren't there through international clearance today, but I think looking at the team list, if you look at the bench, I'd still say it's weak. There's no Fods there either as well, which probably has its own indication, do you know that way? But I'd probably still say we need to strengthen the team. And so
centre back, centre forward.
Aye, I would agree. Pleased to see Jack back in the squad, you know, albeit he's on the bench and stuff like that, and there's Dorans and stuff still to come through, but I don't know, I still think we need to go out for more people, more players. I don't think there's strength and depth in that in terms of trying to compete in Scottish Cups, European football and the league itself. I still think we're pretty thin, to be honest with you, and I know that we can probably increase on that, but I think time's running short. But so far pleased with the guys that we've got in through. I think Bury was a good kind of a pre-match, if you like, build up to this one. But let's just hope we go off to a good start and there's no kind of egg in your face or slip-ups tonight.
Yeah, hear me. Bear Down Under, fair comment about the bench. We're work in progress, eh? No, I shouldn't have said progress, should I?
Oh, Jesus. I've just started getting near that as well, lots. I think this is probably now Mark Allen's time where he can stamp his authority on doing his job. I like some of the players I've brought in. As I say, I'm going to be honest with you, a few of them I don't know much about, and hopefully he's picked a few gems. But hopefully the two of them are working together, and exciting times ahead.
Are you seen as a bit thin on the ground, Rudy?
Aye, definitely. Aye, that's a good point. You know, we could be doing another centre back. I know we've got young Aidan Wilson there as well. You know, Cardoso, he doesn't seem to be figuring in the plans, so it looks like he'll be off at some point in the next few weeks. Aye, so another centre back for me, and even though the boy Sadiq's come in, international clearance and all that, he'll not be available tonight. But obviously for next week, he should be okay. But we certainly need another forward. I'd like to see somebody come in with a bit of a proven track record up front, to be honest. I think the boy Sadiq's relatively unknown to most people.
What are you thinking? Any names?
Well, I could give you names, but I mean, Danny Ings.
It's the wages, mate.
No, I know that. Aye, see, that's what I'm talking about here. You know, I'm hoping that they're going to be able to pull something out the bag as far as the forward line goes. I mean, they're in for the boy Cooper at Millwall, so we'll see what happens there. I think it's an ongoing thing just now, isn't it? I think they're discussing with Millwall. They've made a £3 million bid for the boy Cooper. So we'll see how that goes. As far as the front line goes, forwards and a striker, it's hard to say. Hopefully, as I say, Mark Allen will pull something out the bag. You know, they brought the boy Sadiq in for Roma. And Stephen Gerrard speaks very highly of him. You know, at the presser when he was sitting there, spoke highly of the boy. And the new midfielder, Koulibaly, as well. But I really would like to see... I really would like to see somebody with a bit of a reputation up front come in to play up front for us if that's possible. You know, like you say, Danny Ings, it's the wages thing, isn't it? I mean, he'll leave Liverpool if needs be, and he'll go somewhere where he'll get a huge wage. We can't. That's not a possibility. But then I wouldn't mind your man, the guy you mentioned last week. Was it Andy Carroll?
By the way, I'm not taking credit for that one. That came from a source close to Butterbean.
But do you know what? You know, he's a big battering ram of a player, though, Ox. You know, as I said last week, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a Rangers jersey to see how he'd go. And I think he'd rumble a few defences up in this league. You know,
Fox only won for 4 games a season. He said.
Well, aye. But when you do look at the bench, it does look a wee bit thin just now, doesn't it? But there's a few weeks to go yet, you know. Well, yeah, it's a work in progress, as you say. You know, I'm sure Stephen Gerrard, you know, knows that, and he'll be looking to bring maybe another 3 or 4 players in by the end of the window.
Dave, is this what you would call a competitive pre-season game? If that makes any sense.
Definitely. It has to be. I think we learned that last season, you know, and we getting put out pretty much. So I think we have to go all guns blazing, give it everything, you know. And then I would like to see the tie over tonight. I'd like to get.
I agree, mate.
So I think if we don't, there's a risk that we could potentially go away and it can happen again. So has to be for me 3 or 4 now, completely. And hopefully at that point you can then start to bring the younger boys on again as well and give them more experience. But first and foremost is a win, but it has to be a bigger scoreline for me tonight.
Bear Down Under, thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. I think this it needs, as even Rudy said before, it's got to be at least 3-0, comfortable. We'll win and Tuesday. Is it Tuesday next week, isn't it? It's quite a quick turnaround in terms of this second leg. I think we've got to go into that
Tuesday,
comfortable.
4:55 or something to kick off, but I want to double check that.
Oh, Jesus. I've got to go into that. The game's got to be done tonight. Get in, hopefully no injuries. That's another, is especially in the defence and the forward lines. Go in. Just say it's ideal pre-season preparation, although it's a competitive game, but it's got to be done tonight, and it's a sellout. Love to be at that game tonight. His first competitive game, but hopefully, fingers crossed that we go and professionally get the job done.
Here. Dave, the centre backs. My first impression was very pacey. Couldn't really judge him on Friday night because of the opposition, but you can still see pace when it was there. Do you think Stephen Gerrard's plan is strong, big, pacey, right up the spine of the team? Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. I think it was clear to see for everybody last season. They came in, they weren't geniuses, you know, they worked out that defence was a shambles, to say the best. You know, it was probably the best we had at the time, but I think they've made the right decisions and made the right choices in terms of getting Alves to mutually agree a contract as well. That's probably partly him and us, to be honest with you, but I think it was always one of those ones. He was classed as a luxury player, but never ever delivered. You know, he was the equivalent of Louis Barton that should have came here and done big things, but any big games he kind of called out on. I think there was a presser with Gerrard prior to this game as well that spoke about that and spoke about obviously bringing the young boys through, Danny Wilson going away, all that kind of stuff. So defence was where we needed to actually get strength and depth in. And I always said that I wanted 2 big commanding centre halves to come in, and I think that's what we've got in terms of those guys that came through. I was really impressed with the guys, albeit the Bury game. You know, I was impressed with the athleticism, their ability to go and chase a ball, to run back, to do just the dirty tackles and stuff like that as well, which is good. And I'm probably interested to see Koulibaly as well, because Gerrard describes him as that type of player as well that's going to bring that kind of aggression in. And I think Bo's been crying out for a Gattuso midfielder again, and I'm not sure if he's quite like that player, but somebody that will bully it. Malumbu is probably the only player that I can think that does that for Kilmarnock, and they win that midfield battle all the time. I think it's good that we've got somebody in there like that just now as well, and it's just a shame they've not got their clearance, because I'd like to have seen them to play tonight.
The best I've seen at that role in a long time is the boy Kanté, mate, who's done it with Leicester, he's done it with Chelsea, and now he's doing it with France, mate. You have certain players who've got strengths to their game, and he's that type of player who helps make other players play. Ibrox loyal. Oh, we lost Ibrox. Bear Down Under.
You talking about the boy Kanté, yeah?
Oh, I'm saying that the boy we brought in he's meant to be that type of player. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Canty, but if you get somebody who can play like that, it helps others play like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I think I'm sure the same. Was that boy Canty a £500,000 signing from a team in France before he went to Leicester?
You might be right, mate. I don't know where he came from.
What a player, what a buy, that's what we've got to hope that our scouting team is looking at. These sort of buys, they are out there, and getting them and turning them into gems. But another player, I wonder what to get your thoughts on, is Declan John unlucky to lose his position to Flanagan? What's your thoughts on that?
Rudy Bear.
Well, Steven Gerrard's played with Flanagan, hasn't he? So he knows his strengths and his weaknesses, and possibly Bear Down Under. I think you could be right there, because I thought Declan John done fairly well last season. But he's played with Flanagan, he knows his strengths and his weaknesses, and he obviously fancies him over Declan John. For what I've seen, which is only the Bury game, and I remember him playing when he played for Liverpool, I remember him in the Liverpool side. He's a good player, I said last week after the Bury game, I said it looks like we've got a fullback that knows how to defend, and I think that's what Flanagan is. I think he's defensively minded. Something maybe Tab and Declan John are a wee bit remiss about. Their defensive duties occasionally, though I'm sure the coaching team now at Rangers will sort that out. I would think it's simply because he's experienced Flanagan's play before and he knows him. And maybe Declan John is a wee bit unfortunate to be left on the bench just now. But the whole problem with last season for me was the bench. A lot of the times when we looked at the bench and there was nobody we could bring off the bench, to affect games, And Declan John, he's a good player to have sitting on the bench, I'm sure he's going to sit and cool his heels for a wee bit. He might be a wee bit disappointed, but that's just the way it goes. If we come away with a 3 or 4-0 win the night, then you can't say much else about that, can you really, But I do agree with you. Maybe he's a wee bit unfortunate, really.
Anyway, chaps, we've reached that time of the evening when we're all going to go and get ready for the ball game. Just give us quick thoughts on the game, and then I'm sure All School Blue might have a favourite tune for us all. Dave King.
I'm going to go with 4-0 win tonight. I think it'll be really, really, really easy. I think the crowd will be outstanding. I think it's the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, but that'll be a full stadium to the capacity tonight, and it's all Rangers, so the noise should be incredible. And I just think the momentum's there just now. Keep it going.
Yeah, as Dougie the Bear pointed out, since 1994, mate. Bear Down Under?
I'm going to mirror the result against Bury. I'm going to go for a 6-0 win tonight. I think we're going to start well, and I think the crowd's going to get back. And I think that's realistically, we're playing a Macedonian team that we should be looking for a high scoring victory with a clean sheet.
Yeah. Hope you're right, mate. Rudy's went for 3, and Ibrox has went for 3, and I've went for 4. So we'll see how it goes after the game. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, talking about tonight's game. Can I thank Dave King's Wine Cellar, Bear Down Under, Ibrox Loyal, Rudy Bear, the one and only CC, and poor Cairo, who's having technical issues. We'll see you after the ball game. Take it away, All School Blue.
We are the people who sing of victory until the football glory from Kilmarnock to Dundee. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal, we're ready to acclaim. A goal, to win another game. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. When Rangers take the field, they'll follow on to triumph, for we know they'll never lose. And 60,000 voices will cheer the whole game through. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal!